Welcome to part 12 of the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Playthrough, and we're starting the Dark Story now. Yay!
And this is the first time you actually get to play as Eggman in a game that's actually good.
And main canon.
That too.
Sarah,
With a decent story.
Yeah, I know you can play as Eggman in Sonic R, but that's one of those that's so bad it's actually kind of good.
I hated Eggman in Sonic R.
Well, yeah, he sucked in that game. I'm just saying that game in general was so bad it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
I never had a Saturn. I actually wanted to play Sonic R back then because all that went through my mind was it's 3D Sonic. I didn't even know it was a racing game. Shows you how out of the loop I am, but...
Gotta love Robotnik, you know, monologuing to himself.
Just, yeah. Voiceovers. Sega. Voiceovers, please.
Stage
Make
1.
it a little less embarrassing. Iron Gate.
Admittedly, it is pretty fun playing as Robotnik because it actually makes sense for him to be in a walker destroying everything.
Yeah. Playing as Tails, it just never really felt right to me.
I know. I would have liked it if you were able to like ride one of his like hovering vehicles that he.
Yeah.
Eggman.
That.
Yeah.
It would have been so much more awesome if you had been given an array of different vehicles that Eggman could use. Of course, I think all of us can agree that the most fun that you'll ever have as Eggman is just walking around in the Chow Garden. Just
And petting the
because
chows
of how
going Yosh.
how
Yosh.
stupid it is. Yeah, like...
Admittedly, it is kind of weird seeing Eggman play in, you know, like the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, because it makes no sense for him to be there in any shape.
Oh god, you know what? That reminds me of this god-awful book I read when I was younger. It was something I got out of a grade school book order. It was the book version of Sonic Extreme, except since there was no Sonic Extreme, what it was Sonic playing against Robotnik at Extreme Sports. And by Extreme Sports, I mean soccer and stuff like that. And I think there was a snowboarding thing. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it was stupid. And even
Would you
I
consider
knew.
soccer extreme?
Extreme!
It was like,
That almost that sounds actually somehow worse than the baseball episode in Sonic X.
and the worst part is, it was using the Saturday AM characters for this.
Ugh,
It was using
why?
SWAT bots, Robotropolis, Sally, and the Freedom Fighters for something that would be a hell of a lot more at home in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
What was it, an Archie comic?
No, it was just a book. A
was a
little
book.
kiddie novel, yes. It's gotta be the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen Sonic star in.
By the way,
I think that... Yeah?
I noticed that the security lady gets more concerned the more doors you go through. Like, I'm really wondering, what happened if there was more than level 5? Like, what would be her limit of panic?
Oh my god, we're all gonna die!
Level 10 has been breached! Run!
I love conveniently placed missile that can destroy the door you would have no chance of beating.
Yeah.
Who designed this security? They need to be shot.
The military
And
led under
tortured.
George Bush.
The military led under George Bush. That explains a lot.
Now you know why I am the best.
Love that line.
Yeah.
What about Sonic 1? That doesn't count!
Gigantic door.
Huh.
You said
Here's a
that
question.
twice.
Why is he using a walker in the first place?
Top secret weapon. It's a lot smaller.
I don't know.
I don't see it as affording him any kind of advantage over his usual hovering Eggomatic.
Password is
Maybe the hovering needs some kind of signal, like a Verizon.
Congratulations,
It's
Great
like
Chaos Emerald. You have been demoted to role of key.
I can under... Yeah, why is this console built to take a Chaos Emerald anyway? I mean, I think you said before that you thought maybe it was something that Gerald that was brought down here, but I don't think the military's luck system on Shadow the Hedgehog is something that they just salvaged from the Ark and attached to this. I mean, it looks more like, it seems like something that they would have put there that
Were you trying to spoil my
them yeah, someone to unlock.
Sonic? This is impossible. My name is Shadow.
Again, one of the few good moments Shadow has.
Yes.
You know, when I first heard this line, I seriously thought he had magical powers.
No,
I was like,
these are-
oh my god, they finally done it.
No, he's referring to the fact that the Chaos Emeralds are basically the Dragon Balls now.
That
Pretty
was the
much.
worst teleportation effect I have ever seen in my life.
Especially
And
because
like
you see
I-
them just fly
Like
up.
I said earlier, it's like using a smoke screen, but actually moving as soon as the smoke clears.
It wouldn't have killed them to leave the light there for like half a second longer, would it?
And here we go, Hot Shot Part 2.
It's like the lip syncing at the end of Blood Omen 2. How do you miss it, and why did you leave it in the game?
This is so similar to the first boss in Sonic's story. I wonder why that is. Because after all, the thing didn't work against one hedgehog. Let's try it against the other one.
Well, this is actually the first time they're using it, so
I
chronologically speaking.
That makes even less sense than why would they send it after Sonic?
Yeah.
It clearly didn't
That's
work
a-
on the Sonic clone before. Let's try it again.
That is question. That is a very good question. And you know what else? This one actually seems to be the more aggressive model.
Yeah, because it shoots giant lasers.
So why would they, knowing that the first one failed, send a weaker version of the same robot? It makes no sense. You know what? This military was led by George Bush. There's no other explanation.
What did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
Oh, we'll just summon Shenlong and he'll, grant you a wish and then scatter off the Chaos Emeralds for a year.
I'll be
Yeah.
waiting for you in the central control room on the space colony Ark.
Ark. Ark.
Just stand there, open mouth.
Oh, this looks so familiar. We've seen this scene before, haven't we?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Knuckles' story, except now the music is more than a little meh.
Yes.
Talking about that.
And Knuckles is still pimped out from all the stuff I got.
You got that? The Master Emerald contains special powers that
Pimped out and breaking under the weight. I love how his shovel claws and stuff just all clip through each other when he folds his arms like that.
How does he hold
Like-
anything with all that stuff on his hands?
He doesn't.
It's a problem.
punches
Like every game I've ever seen that has added costume components has that clipping problem because they don't take that into account when they make the cutscenes. Like Prince of Persia 06 and Devil May Cry 1, you have alternate costumes that all have massive clipping issues in the cutscenes because they have these big fluffy additions that just ignore what the character is doing during the cutscenes. It's like
And also, I realize something now. Not only did the Chaos Emeralds get demoted to keys, now the Master Emerald has been demoted to, I guess I can use it for something. Wasn't the whole Sonic 3 and Knuckles based off the Master Emerald?
Yes, he was trying to steal the Master Emerald. He was trying to steal the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds to fuel his Death Egg. And in the end of the game, he put it in his robot and had this and basically tried to shoot the whoop Sonic with it because it was.
All right.
Give
The
this-
part's been long over. I gotta stop the recording now. Bye.
Right.